We're back, and TB2's in Vegas, baby.
No split screen.
We actually here.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah, this real shit. No way not, man.
It almost looks like a split screen with the, to be honest. But hey, we here. We in Vegas. Got shows we're gonna hit up, but we still got some content we got to get out there. We've still got some stuff that the people want to know our opinions on, and we're gonna go ahead and we gonna put it out there. So, we just had Dynasty over at AEW. We're going to go ahead and review that and tell you how we feel here in person on the TB2 podcast.
Yes, sir.
I am the Burrr. You can spell it out. B-U-R-R-R.
Yo, it's your boy, the boss. Bill double dollar signs. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, TB2 podcast on YouTube, TikTok, and we got a Facebook page now, Spotify. Hey, we coming up, baby. IWC Tag Team Champions in the MF building. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that there, jazz.
Yeah.
Burr.
So we got a lot to go to in the show, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of browse through the 0 hour. I mean, there's some stuff that happens, but it's really not. It's not the meat and potatoes of Dynasty.
Yeah. We love a 0 hour because we love free shit. You know, no doubt. But yeah, go ahead, man. Let's talk about the 0 hour, man.
So you started off, you got Alex Windsor and Marina Shafir. We were both in agreement that Marina was going to win this match.
Easy.
And honestly, part of me, when we did our predictions, I thought there was no way there was going to be a clean sweep between the Death Riders and United Empire. I didn't think it was going to be Ospreay and Windsor winning for Moxley and Marina. Marina. So I went with Marina in the first because I was planning on going Ospreay in the second one, which once I seen the result of this match, I felt the same way about not being a clean sweep, which means I thought that the other match may go a certain way as well. And we'll get into all of that.
Yeah.
But it was an okay match. I mean, we get some back and forth like normal. I'm really not sure what they're doing with Marina, to be honest. She needs a big win. Otherwise, her character, it can't be viewed as this tough, badass character.
I agree. I definitely agree. I agree. Since Revolution 2, she's been kind of on the slide. She does need a big win. She does need a big statement.
Yeah. And I thought this is what was going to do it, but apparently not. Alex Windsor gets the win.
Brawling Birds, man.
Yeah.
Brawling Birds, stay untouchable, dog. Singles or tag team, the Brawling Birds is undefeated, dog. So far.
We get into that.
So far, man. They holding the streak, man. And that was a surprise, man. That definitely was a surprise. And it's like, okay, are we witnessing the burial of Marina Shafir?
Well, oh yeah.
Especially on the motherfucking 0?
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
It's rough.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, wrestlers get buried sometimes.
And that's what it feels like with her.
Sometimes it happens, Burr, man. Somebody got to get buried, but 0 hour shenanigans, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be too severe, but I think that's a pretty severe loss.
Well, and even talking about shenanigans, so you've got Willow backstage. She gets attacked by Camille, who's returning. She just got done filming the reboot of American Gladiators.
Okay.
She's one of the gladiators on that. Her, Wardlow, he's one too. It's hosted by the Miz. There's a lot of wrestling connections to it.
Yeah, I know that Miz was gonna host it. I was wondering when it was coming out. I was aware that they was remaking it and whatnot. Miz was hosting it. I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I'll check it out for sure.
Hey, everybody check that out. That's a little cross play because I don't even think that's gonna be on the TNT networks or nothing that's affiliated with AEW, but we got AEW wrestlers on American Gladiator reboot.
Yeah.
Tap in. And y'all have, NBC or whoever, y'all fly us out there. We'll go watch that.
Yeah, we'll cover it for sure. I'll participate. I'll go listen to Gladiator.
I will too, bro.
Sure.
Put me in the motherfucking joust. Put me in the joust and put me in the obstacle course where they shooting shit. And I'll make it to the end.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll definitely make it to the end.
But after she attacks Willow, she comes out to the ring to fight insert person. Camille wins. You know, we get a thing later on between Willow saying that she's not cleared now, but she will be cleared soon because of this attack. And if she wanted a match, she could have just asked her for one. If Camille wanted a TBS title match, she could have just asked. So we get the spring breakthrough event that's going on this next week. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, right after Dynamite. So we get this event going on. And I guess they're going to have a TBS title match, Camille versus Willow.
And Willow's going to be recovered and healed before then. Okay, I see a title switch.
That's what I was just going to say.
But okay, we'll be there to tune in for it.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all know.
We also get Jack Perry on against Mark Davis for his title, for Jack's title. Yeah, for the national title in the 0 hour.
That's crazy.
They do.
Damn. That's so good. So good. See what I'm saying? That's so good sensation for free right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could get behind that.
So it was a pretty good match. I mean, I didn't think Mark Davis was going to take his title.
Oh, damn.
I just didn't. They're trying to do something with Jack. With him winning the title, with him going over in like the Ricochet feud. They're trying to do something with him. I'm not sure what they're building him for, but I didn't think it was going to be to lose the title to Mark Davis. So I kind of seen how that match was probably going to go, and it kind of goes that way. At the ending of it, Jack Perry does a Hurricane roll up, rolls up Mark Davis for the win. He keeps his title. So it was, yeah, it was a good match. It wasn't too bad, but it's definitely something I kind of seen, especially with them throwing it on the card last minute.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they threw 3 cards or 3 matches on the 0 hour the day before on that Saturday Collision. They threw 3 new matches on it, and by Sunday
we only knew about 1 or something.
Yeah.
The prediction show. I think we only said like 2 matches.
Yeah, there was 1 at the time, and we weren't sure if the gauntlet match was going to be on the 0 hour because it didn't say nothing. Then come to find out it's not because they have 3 other matches that are going to be on the 0 hour.
Wow, 0 hour.
So yeah, they packed it. And then the last match of 0 hour, you got your Divine Dominion taking on Hyen and Maya World. They had a big win against the Iconics. The Inspiration, no longer the Iconics. Oh, Iconics. They no longer the Iconics, the Inspiration. They got beat by this team. They talked about that being a big win for this team. They weren't going to win against the Divine Dominion.
No. Yeah, they building them up too, just like the Brawling Birds. I see a collision course.
Yep.
Place.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Collision course leaving the station in about T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And it involves the Brawling Birds and the Divine Dominion. Let's not talk about that right now because I don't want to get into it, but we definitely gonna have to like talk about that.
Oh yeah.
On who comes out on top of it.
That's gonna be a whole thing. So then we get into the main card, and they start the main card off hot, and the crowd is hot.
Yeah. Canada's a good wrestling crowd, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
Canada got good wrestling fans. Shout out to our neighbors up north, man. They do got a good wrestling crowd up there. I think AEW has a good just wrestling crowd.
They do.
They got a good fan base, man. They when I see that energy, it make me as a viewer tap in a little bit more because I want to see what everybody's hyped up about.
Well, and that's why when I go to wrestling shows, I'm part of that crazy crowd. No matter if it's an indie show, no matter if it's WrestleMania, I'm part of that because that makes the show.
Oh yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, cheering, booing, the reaction to a heel, a face, the music. Everything that's done is done for like crowd reaction.
Yes.
Like the people in the back are focusing on the crowd.
Yes.
Of course they care about who gets hurt, shit like that get done. But yeah, everything is based off crowd.
Yes.
The consumer.
Yes.
The fan of wrestling. You see, your role is very important and your voice is very loud. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I know like this podcast is an outlet and a platform for the IWC because they do hear us.
Yes.
And then when they hear us, they adjust fire to us.
Yes.
They really do, dog. So yeah, I love the crowd. I love the energy. When I go to wrestling shows, I like to see because, you know, I like to be somewhere I could just see everything and just watch and just react. And I usually try to like, you know, make friends with who's sitting next to me and we talk about wrestling. But it's a great environment, man.
Well, you gonna see me go crazy. We got front seats to Sleeping with the Fishes. We got front row.
I will be going crazy. I will be going crazy with you, man. It's only right. TB2 podcast, man. I can't wait till we go to the AEW event, man.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so those guys, they starting off live. What we got on the docket first match?
So we got the Bucks going against the Callis family. You got Takeshita and Okada teaming together, and their mountain of tension is just building and building and building, and it kind of comes to a head here. I mean, it came to a head last week. They kind of were doing some back and forth in the ring during that whole brawl. But it kind of comes to a head during this match. I mean, it really comes to a head during this match. But it's a good Young Bucks tag team match. You know, if you're going to have them, especially on a pay-per-view, in a tag team match, you're going to get good tag team wrestling. And Okada and Takeshita are both great in the ring. I think Takeshita's on that verge of overtaking Okada in that one of them top spots, to be honest with you. I think Okada's on his way down, Takeshita's on his way up.
I agree.
But they've got some good chemistry in here. But the Bucks, they start off doing, getting some nice moves in. They do a spot where they go to jump on Takeshita, and Okada goes to block it and just falls down. So that was kind of a nice little funny spot. But good tag team wrestling by them. We get Matt Jackson. I think it was Matt Jackson. He gets his eye gouged out by Don Callis, and you've got Don Callis doing his heel shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But during this whole thing, like I said, the crowd is hot. We're getting like, this is awesome. Fucking fight forever. Standing on their feet. I mean, they are hot for this. And it's the first match. I mean, you had the 0 hour.
Yeah, but this the first match.
But this, yes. And so they are feeling it. We get a spot where the Bucks have Okada and Takeshita in a double sharpshooter. Okay. So they're both about to tap. They look at each other about to tap. And as Okada goes to tap, Takeshita grabs his hand and like catches him.
Yeah,
facing each other. And as they're facing each other, they start slapping the shit out of each other. And Callis brings up, so yeah, they're trying to wake themselves up to come to
go. A lot of this shit.
So they're right there at the beginning of your
Please,
they shake hands and it's like they're on the same page. But by this point, you're like, well,
yeah, they ain't fucking with each other.
Yeah,
they slapping each other when they getting their legs and back broke. They more focused on the hate they have for each other.
Yes.
Than the pain that's getting inflicted on them.
Yeah.
By the Young Bucks.
So they do get to the ropes. It does wake them up. They get to the ropes. There's some more back and forth. But as they're going back and forth in the ring, they're taking, trading shots with the Bucks. They back into each other. Okada and Takeshita. They back into each other. And they turn around, and it's one of those moments in the movie where, like, oh, you're fighting all these people, and oh, no, that's my buddy.
Right.
No, they start shoving forearms in each other's faces.
Right.
And Callis, again, trying to cover it. Oh, no, they're just taking out their frustrations of this match on each other? Right. You got one of the best tag teams in AEW right now going against them right now, and you want to focus on each other? You're not going to win it. And when we did our predictions, we knew this was going to happen. We called that something was going to happen between these two. The Bucks were going to win it. We get a nice back and forth, but Okada takes a shot from Takeshita on accident. He's aiming for the Young Bucks. Okada hits Takeshita with a Rainmaker because he was aiming for of
course he was.
Yeah, right. And both these, as they're hitting each other, you've got the you may have been aiming for a Young Buck, but you clearly hit your boy.
Right.
You clearly hit your boy.
Right. This is a handicap match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is 2 on 1-on-1.
The Young Bucks some motherfuckers, man. They some booking evil genius. They knew what they was doing when they booked this match, man. They knew they didn't have to work too hard. They just had to do a couple of things. But we've been saying this for weeks. Like the Don Callis to catch the fallout is happening.
Yes, yeah.
It's happening right in front of our eyes. And I'm like, out of all people, Don Callis, you put these two niggas together in a team, you must want friction.
Yeah, you got 73 members. You could pick anybody out.
You got so many people you could just randomly put together. Get Mark Davis ass back up there. He good. He lost in marriage, but he still could wrestle again. Like, there's so many options. So yeah, man, the Young Bucks, they just kind of, all they had to do is basically survive and watch self-destruction.
Yeah, and that's what happens. Sasuke's outside the ring. They're attacking Okada. They're about to hit Okada with a Meltzer driver. And Takeshita grabs Nick Jackson's foot like, hey, you ain't good. And he lets go. He's like, you know what?
Go ahead. Go ahead. As a matter of fact, go ahead, man. Get him. Drop that shit on him. As a matter of fact, you know what? You right. Go ahead. You right. I was gonna say this, but nah, he slapped me when we was in a double fucking situation getting fucked. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, drop his ass. Go ahead, drop it on him. This is Dave Meltzer right here. Go ahead, man. Pro Wrestling Insider right here. Boom. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Great ring psychology, great storytelling. You can't be mad at it.
No.
This is storytelling. This is feuding. I fuck with it. I like it, bro, and I'm excited to see like the solo competition.
So another match that we were kind of looking forward to was Ricochet Jericho.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna crank up the scale. Hell yeah, nigga, what? Yes, pussy nigga just made the list. I just had to check another pussy nigga off the list. Talk to me, Burrr. Talk to me.
This was one that I was really interested in because you got Ricky as the heel playing on this side and Jericho as the babyface. So the psychology, normally you got Jericho playing the heel.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued on how they were going to do it. And they do a pretty good job. Jericho looks real good.
I was surprised. He had his makeup on, though. You know, he's still gonna wear his mascara, his blush and shit. But yeah, he do. He looked good and he was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready.
And we talked about in our prediction that, you know, Ricochet needs this win because he's on a trajectory. He's going towards the top. Jericho's coming out as I said, that's him right there. That's him right there. Jericho's coming back, but I think he's gonna his shift of his career is gonna be putting over younger talent. But they do a good job. You've got the demand out there playing the heels, you know. Jericho, get him in the walls of Jericho and they'll drag him, you know, Ricochet to the side so he gets a rope break. I mean, it's a real good match. Jericho hit a lion salt in this match. He looked good doing that. So yeah, but honestly, most of the match, Ricochet has control. He hits a vertigo, gets a 2 count on Jericho. Jericho's got some hope spots, some spots where it's like, hey, your babyface is about to come crowd.
Yeah,
you know, there's an upward
comebacks.
And then it just wouldn't happen. And it just wouldn't happen. Good building of heat, you know, on the match. But Ricochet hits a shooting star press. He gets a 2 count. He hits spirit gun, which is that running elbow that he's got, a running forearm. And then the demand tells him, hey, don't pin him. To add insult to injury, Ricky hits a lion salt.
Right.
And pins Jericho to get the win.
Right. I had Chris Jericho winning, so I was surprised about this, but I ain't mad at it. And then I'm not mad at Ricochet winning this shit. I think Chris Jericho's a good babyface too. I like to see him through time be a babyface as well. He's had some good runs as a babyface. He knows how to fight under. He knows how to do these things, man. He knows how to do many things in the ring.
Yeah.
Besides punch, kick, and slam.
Yeah.
And I fuck with Chris Jericho because of that. He's one of my favorite cruiserweights. He's one of my favorite wrestlers from the WCW era that still wrestles.
Yeah.
So, like, just seeing him out there was good enough for me. But I did expect him to win in Canada. I did expect him to win his comeback.
Yeah.
Match, his return.
Yeah, especially being in Canada.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, Ricochet can lose. It wouldn't be the worst thing that happened to him.
Right.
He don't need to lose, but if he lose, he loses to Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
But I guess the win on his resume looks a lot better.
It does.
So congrats to Ricochet, man. I mean, I'm mad I lost my DraftKings bet on that. But, you know, congrats, man. I like Ricochet, bro.
Yep.
We talk highly of him on the show until you do something stupid or until we start reading his Twitters and shit. I don't read your tweets because I don't want to start looking down on you. Yeah, so the ring, you one of the good ones, dog. So yeah, congrats to you. Hell of a match. I ain't gonna lie, hell of a match.
Hey, Ricky goes back far on TB2. You know, Prince Puma Lucha Underground. We were fans of him back when he was wearing a yellow or a black mask. I mean,
Most definitely.
So
you been running around this mug. You been jumping and bumping, bro. You been hard to me, bro. Like, so seeing you do these things and AEW like elevate you in a spot I feel like you deserve.
Yes.
Give you better matches and take you more serious.
Yes.
I'm fucking with that.
I'm excited to see Ricochet and Ospreay go at it again.
Oh, hell to the no.
Yeah, because you don't remember what year.
They trying to have a heart attack now.
I'm telling you, they had one match where they were, I don't remember if they were teaming together, if it was just them, but they had a great back and forth at the beginning of the match, and there was a whole conversation about, well, is this wrestling or is this choreography?
Right.
Oh, it's fucking hot on it, dog.
Right.
So they got all kinds of publicity for it, both good and bad, very polarizing thing.
It was a good match.
But they've both come so far since then. They were both.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So the ring psychology, the ruthlessness that they both can do, I'm excited to see that level now come together once again.
I agree. Sometimes good matches and dream matches happen too fast, and they need to be revisited.
Yes. And you talking about Jericho being one of your favorite WCW cruiserweights. Cheap plug. We interviewed Kid Romeo, fellow WCW cruiserweight. He was the first tag team cruiserweight champion of WCW.
He sure was.
And we interviewed him on the TB2 podcast. So go ahead at the end of this. I'll go ahead and put that link up there.
Check it out, man. Very charismatic guy. Ring. I remember him dancing and doing his thing in the ring, like very charismatic cruiserweight. The cruiserweight division of WCW is very hot, bro.
Yes.
Good competition in there.
And this dude, he just had his birthday. He's in, he's up there in age at this point, and dude is still jacked. I mean,
Romeo look good, bro.
Yeah.
He's still in the gym. He's still in the tanning bed. He's doing it all still.
Yeah.
You can tell. I might have to call him up for a match one time. I think he's ready to run.
Yeah.
Kid Romeo, TB2 podcast.
Check it out. For sure. All right, so we're going to go ahead and push to the next match because this match has been something that's kind of been building up, and at the same time, I'm not sure where we're going with this, but we've got Darby and Andrade.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the block Darby from getting that MJF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I take it as. It's a soften him up or take him out the game so he doesn't go compete for the title, because that's what Darby wants to do. But he got the hit out on him from MJF.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about this in the last. I guess I missed where MJF told Darby that if he won, he got a title match. I knew Darby was challenging, trying to work his way to get, but I missed that key detail. And so as I'm looking at this match, it tells me, I guess, one way how this match goes is probably the way that the main event's going to go. Because if you have Darby win, you got your baby face, your good guy, going against MJF versus him going against Kenny Omega. Right. Vice versa, if you've got Andrade winning, he's your bad guy. Going up, are you going to have Andrade against MJF? Will they just hate him?
This nigga's a sports bookie, man. This nigga don't even watch wrestling like a real fan. He watch wrestling from a sports bookie point of view. Like, who the fuck is watching wrestling like that? Like, are you got money in this shit? Like, this nigga thinks real hard, y'all. I mean, I usually think like, okay, if Penta got to fucking wrestle for his title on WrestleMania, he's gonna win it if he got to put it on the line on Thursday. Yeah, now I can figure that out. This nigga looking 5 matches ahead. Well, if this dude loses, then this dude gotta win because this dude gotta wrestle because this dude's a babyface. Wow, IWC, y'all go too deep for me sometimes.
Yeah, I mean
but it's true. It's true. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't lying. You ain't said no lie.
We just
You're just a good booker. You ain't lying. This is good booking. Yeah, I don't see it.
And we were just talking to one of our interviews the other day where they said at the end of the day, in wrestling, the story is good versus bad.
It is.
And so if you can kind of look at the stories and see where they're going, well, they're not going to have bad versus bad. That doesn't make sense for a feud coming forward. Yeah. And sometimes it works in wrestling.
Ain't that another cheap plug? Because Mike Anthony said that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
It's another plug, man. Look us up, man. We getting all the good wrestling quotes and wrestling law and wrestling psychology on our podcast in the interview. Mike Anthony said that. Yep. You're right. Yep. You're right. And so yeah, that's how it's playing out. You're right. Even though I believe in twists and turns. So I never try to put all my eggs in one basket. So I didn't know who would win. I kind of was thinking Andrade could win because he's just the more powerful guy.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, we do got Mr. AEW himself. So this is a toss.
The thing that I'm not sure I like or dislike about AEW, one thing, they really harp on the ref's discretion, okay? And I'm going to tell you why in a minute where I'm going. But they harp on the ref's discretion, whether it's a weapon gets used, but he doesn't believe that it was, malicious. He may not DQ somebody. We've got, the 10 count where he may not start counting to 10 because he thinks that since the title's on the line, this match needs to end.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's ref discretion. At times I enjoy it, but there's times where it takes it out for me because in this match, they go up into the crowd and start fighting in the crowd. There's a spot where Darby hits a drop kick on Andrade where the stairs are in the crowd, and he's all bruised up and scratched up, and his elbow's bleeding, and the ref's just sitting there. Guys, we gotta get back in the ring. We gotta get back in the ring. Okay, so you're not gonna count? Like, this ain't no DQ. You're not counting at all. There is no 10 count. They're out in the fucking audience. But later in the match, when they're both down outside, you start counting. So if you're gonna do it by ref's discretion, you need to do it throughout the whole match.
The referee and they in the crowd, I don't see the point of counting. They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it to the ring in time anyway, so I ain't gonna count. But if they outside the ring and they laid out, I'm gonna start counting. AKA, one of y'all get y'all ass up. Because y'all are laid out. And if you want to win, one of y'all should get y'all ass up and get in the ring. But yeah, if y'all outside in the crowd, I ain't gonna waste y'all time because y'all ain't gonna make it. We know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I you know what? I'm on the referee side with that.
Yeah.
I'm on referee discretion with that.
Like I said, at times I agree with it. But if you're gonna have your ref discretion, and you brought up a valid argument by it. Just in my eyes, it needs to be across the board. But I get what you're saying. I get if they're not gonna make it, why am I ending this match on my dime? Yeah. But if they're right outside the ring,
yeah, hurry up, get to the ring. Get inside. Hurry up, get up. Let's make drama. Get the fuck up. Like, who's gonna get up first and get in the ring? But yeah, if y'all outside in the crowd, just come on, get back in there. Come on, let's get back in the ring. But I ain't gonna count. Now, once y'all hit the canvas, I'm gonna start counting.
Yeah. And that's, yeah. So by logic, yeah, by all means, I get what you're saying.
I like the referee discretion over at AEW over than the referee discretion at WWE because them niggas' discretion is just fucked up. They don't know whether they want to DQ you, whether they want to have 100 referees come out get you, whether you're gonna get hit with the belt and I don't say nothing, or whether there is no rules. WWE, there is no discretion. So everything is discretion of whoever's in the back making the call. So I ain't mad at that shit, bro. I'm mad, and Darby Allin ain't gonna go outside anyway.
Yep. Oh yeah.
He can't stay in the ring.
They in a spot. Well, Andrade does this thing where he goes against the ropes and he kind of catches himself almost like in a 619 position where he's sideways. It may have already happened or it may be coming up soon. But he kind of catches himself and he poses right there in between the ropes. Well, Darby has that suicide dive that he runs 600 mile an hour. He went through Andrade on the ropes and takes a bump harder than I think Andrade did. But I thought I was about to see something from the boys where Darby just runs through him and Andrade just explodes because of how Darby does on his suicide dive.
Damn. If it happens, it's gonna happen on AEW.
Yes.
If that type of shit happen, it's gonna happen. But we just need somebody a little bit more faster, and But yeah, it's gonna happen on AEW.
Yes.
If it does happen, that's where it's going. And if it do happen, it's gonna probably be Darby Allin.
Yes.
That gets exploded or that explodes somebody.
I can see Darby falling off of something and exploded.
Just it.
Don't. Yeah. But he knew he could do it. He was the one that coffin dropped on the fucking roof.
He tried it. He did it on a skateboard. No, fuck it. Let me try it on a skateboard now. I did it on 2 legs. Now let's do it on a skateboard. That motherfucker's crazy. So yeah, him and Andrade, he wild with it too. So, they might as well just should have made this match no disqualifications, all out rules, blah, blah, blah.
But I think if you make it no DQ, then you automatically have to include the Callis family.
Yeah.
This is the way that you keep it one-on-one. And it was better one-on-one. I don't want the hokey shenanigans of the Callis family when you got 73 members. Well, 70 because I got some injuries right now.
You don't need them. You don't need it. You don't need it when you got Andrade, bro.
No.
You don't need it when you got the big dog, man, Andrade. You don't need that interference because he can handle it himself to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just a much bigger person and everything.
Right here. Watch this spot. Watch this.
Darby got that in the exclusive. Yeah.
I think they show a replay of it too. But yeah, he took a harder bump than Andrade did, but he just sprints through him. Show a replay. Yeah. Just through him. Just through him.
Yeah, he could have really hurt
yes.
somebody like that. That would be crazy. These boys wild, man. These boys wild. Good match.
It was a good match. There's a cool spot where Andrade carries Darby up the ropes and then is going to do a move, and Darby reverses it and ends up slamming Andrade onto his stomach and then hitting a crossface on it. Like, it was a nice spot. It was a cool spot. We get back and forth on it. Darby ends up hitting a scorpion death drop and then a coffin drop.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrade kicks out of that. So then he pulls him into a crucifix pin, which that's a thing too. AEW's got a couple of different ones. Orange Cassidy's got one. Darby Allin's got one. Where I've never seen a pinfall finisher. And I'm not saying that as like Batista. He did his Batista bomb and pinned him after.
Right.
It's not like that. But it's a pin type. What Darby does is he crosses their feet over almost like a figure four and then pulls it over. It's a crucifix pinfall. But I think almost every time he's pulled that out, he's won. Like, it's a special pin that's like a finisher.
To pin your ass down.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It works. The shit works. You've got some of these moves. One-winged angel is one of the most protected finisher moves in wrestling. People, if you get in with that, you don't kick out. 9 times out of 10.
Right.
99 times out of 100.
Right.
This crucifix pin is basically the same way. If Darby locks this in, you're not getting out. So I enjoy that about AEW because that's something I'd never seen before. I had never seen just a certain style of pin. You've got your schoolboy roll-ups and but having a certain style of pin that you do that wins you matches just by that pinfall, I'm good with it.
I'll do that shit every match.
Yes.
I do my pinfall finisher. I wouldn't even do my finishing move. I'll get you with the big boot like Hogan and then hit you with the crucifix pin. You ain't getting up.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't getting up.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. You ain't getting up. Yeah, I like Darby Allin. Congratulations, Darby. You got out of the hit. You got out of the way of the Don Callis target that was put on your back, bro.
Well, and I think there's going to be fallout with that, too, because at the end of this match, after Darby gets the win, Andrade shakes his hand. And, the last person to shake an enemy's hand was Takeshita. And we...
Don Callis, you ain't feeding your people. You feed your people. Oh, shit. You ain't feeding your people. A cool is coming. A cool time's coming, my boy. You better watch the fuck out. Your members is shaking hands with
yeah,
all the time. Cool the time. Cool the time coming, dude. Cool the time coming for your ass. The lion's about to eat your face. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I think that's probably going to be how that goes, and we've seen a little bit of that anyway.
Yeah.
With them attacking Darby and Andrade, like, man, I really.
Yeah, we were saying that we was like Andrade kind of like one foot in, 1 foot out members.
Yeah.
Of the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
He don't need him.
Now he doesn't. He really doesn't.
Yeah, he don't need him.
And then it's looking more at this point that he's more 1 foot out than 1 foot in. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they put everything behind him because Fletcher's hurt. Fletcher got the big push from the Callis family. I mean, you've got all these different people, but your top guy was Kyle Fletcher, and now he's hurt. So maybe you take all those eggs and put them behind Andrade?
Put him in Mark Davis. He's loyal. Loyal job. Give that responsibility to Mark Davis. Give it to him, man. Give it to a nigga like that that's going to stay down.
Where's El Clone?
Where's El Clone? I'm going to take a pin and everything for Don Callis. Give me El Clone. El Clone, we got to push you to the moon. Don Callis going to sit down with El Clone in the locker room. So you now, you see these disloyal bitches back here. We need you, brother. Nah, I think Mark Davis is going to do it.
Maybe it's Hector's a heavyweight champion right now.
He busy. He can't do it. He too busy setting up his table at WrestleCon. We're
going to be there, too. We'll be at WrestleCon, Las Vegas. TB2 podcast is here.
Yes, sir, Ski.
And we get into the next match. is something that we're both kind of looking forward to, but we both called this one incorrectly.
Oh shit, we got it wrong, crystal ball.
This one, the crystal ball got wrong. We got FTR going against Cage and Cole.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And we should have known, and you made a good point. And though we predicted one way, the point that you made is what sealed their fate. You said if there's any way that the Cage and Cope lose this match, is because they talked about FTR's moms. And we should have known at that point.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that, man. Talking about you done F my mama. I gotta go look at my mama and eat dinner. I'm like, you for Cage? Like, Mom, what was you thinking happened? It was like, yeah, that shit got him heated.
Yeah.
You should have never said that, Cage. See, Cage, you came in here too comfortable. You came in the AEW too comfortable, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, action was great, but Colt carried y'all.
Yeah.
Colt carried y'all. Colt had a double spear in this match.
He did, yes.
He was spearing shit. Oh, I gotta give you your props, Colt. I knew you was gonna bring energy, bro. And honestly, I thought y'all was gonna win off of that energy, but hey, I can't even be mad at you, Colt. I'm more mad at my man Cage.
I mean, and they started this whole thing when they injured his arm, his head.
Yeah.
And so that was part of the story in this. They were attacking that thing at Cage. You know, he can't do his moveset because he's injured.
Right.
Colt, there's a lot of intensity right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about Mike Anthony being intense. Check out the interview. Mike Anthony, very intense guy. But Colt has got the intensity in this. Cage is holding up, but it's like you said, the energy is in Colt's corner. He's the one that's driving this feud, driving this team.
Yeah, niggas was talking about Bev.
Yeah.
You got motivation too. Like when y'all bring these women into the feud, then the wrestlers go crazy. You can't be talking about Bev attacking Bev, like he gonna kill one. So we got angry, personal motherfuckers in the ring right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a good match. We got some blood.
And that was the thing. Colt takes a title shot to the forehead. They're doing a spot where I think Cash has got the title, and Cage tries to pull it away from him. It slips out of his hand, comes back and hits Colt. The ref doesn't see it because he was just counting a pinfall, so his back is turned. But they show a replay, and either he bladed before he took the shot, or he took the shot and got busted open hard.
Yeah, with the belt, the metal from the
because
belt.
as soon as he gets hit, you see it start.
Yeah, he didn't blade. I don't see how he could have.
It was instant.
Yeah, I don't see how he could have.
And he was bleeding good. He had some nice crimson mask going on because, like I said, I think it was hard way. Just looking at it, when I say hard way, soft way, those there's ways that you gig and kind of help yourself bleed in certain matches. Hard way means that there's no fakeness about it. Somebody got hit with something very hard and it caused them to bleed.
Yeah.
So just so y'all that are listening, if I say something like that, you don't know what I mean. That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Right. I definitely think that I want to say, like, for example, Andrade and Darby Allin match. They was getting scratched up and shit because of the metal. Like you can get cut very easily.
Yes.
So it's not hard to believe that, y'all.
No.
But sometimes I think sometimes they do take a soft wave blade for dramatics, guys. But I think this was real life. Hit with some fucking metal.
Yeah.
They cut them.
Yeah, and those belts are heavy.
Yeah,
real.
Hell yeah.
Real.
Every time somebody get hit with a belt, they should bleed. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because them motherfuckers is heavy and real. Ain't no fake belts. Ain't no belt. They don't wear the belts they bring out ain't props to get hit in the head with.
Yeah, no.
It's real.
Yes.
They just know how to take the shot because they professional. But yeah, he was bleeding hard, and I think he liked that intensity. He liked those spots. And FTR, they was just banging. It was a crazy match. It was a banger.
It gets to the point at the end of the match where basically Cage gets thrown over the timekeeper's table. And so it's 2-on-1. It's Cope versus FTR. And Cope does a good job fighting back. Like he said, he's double spear. I thought maybe he was going to win this
match. I thought he was going to pin him with the first spear. He hit a spear. I thought he was going to get the win like that.
Yeah.
It was 2 against 1. Cage is like, out. He can't help. So, of course that didn't work. But then after they got up off that pin, he executed the double spear. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
We got it. We got this. We in this.
Well, the numbers game gets the best of him. They hit the shatter machine. Cage nowhere to be found.
I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked.
Yeah. I thought it was going to go the other way too. I really did. The feud's not over. The feud isn't over by no means. Because you still get the Young Bucks who are going to insert themselves back into this. I'm telling you, we're getting a TLC match with these 3 teams. I can almost, crystal ball, I can almost guarantee we get a TLC match with these 3 teams.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what's going to happen with Cage. Cage need to heal up. Cage need to get his shit together. Stay off the mic for a little bit, Cage. Stay off the mic. Let Cope talk a little bit. You go back in the Wrestling Performance Center, work out a little bit, get a little ready. Because the shit going to get hot. The shit going to get heavy. And we've already seen it on Dynasty. It's hot. It's heavy. I was surprised, man. They got me with Chris Jericho, and they got me with FTR winning. I couldn't believe that shit. Like, they don't give a damn about being in Canada. Where's Mike Bailey at? The last Canadian hope.
Thanks for fixing us on that too. Thanks for fixing us. You know who I'm talking to. So, speaking of Mike Bailey, we've got this United or this TNT title match. That's a gauntlet match, and I have to say something.
Go ahead. You got the floor, Burrr.
I gave some bad information based on this gauntlet match. I gave some bad information because they kept telling us that the people that were first and second in this match had the best chances of winning, and we both disagreed. Yeah. We said that ain't a gauntlet match. That's not how it works. Those can't be the best odds. Your best odds are later on. Casino gauntlet is different than a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in AEW, the gimmick of the casino gauntlet is you start out with 2 people. And it's almost like Royal Rumble where every X amount of time somebody else comes into the match. Now, it's not elimination. It's first pinfall wins the match. So if the first two people, we get Ciampa and Rouge to start this match off, if they would have pinned each other right there, there would have been no more entrants. That's why they have the best chance of winning, because once your ring starts filling up, you have less opportunity to not only pin somebody without getting it broken up, but being in the same spot of somebody else getting pinned and stopping the match.
Right. You can just like roll out the ring. That's what I would do. If the boss was in the gauntlet match, I would do my time. I'm number 1. Do my time. Run around a little bit. Suck them up a little bit. And then hide.
Yeah.
Y'all fight it out. I'll pick and choose when I come in. So
crucifix pin.
Yeah, I guess hit you with the crucifix and go ahead and win this shit. So I guess that do make sense.
Oh, that was bad information that I put out there.
We don't know. We just heard the word gauntlet.
And that's what
and they throw the word casino in it. We should have knew some fuckery going on. But that's a traditional gauntlet match, where people come in and you gotta survive.
Yes, you gotta run the gauntlet.
I think Ciampa could survive 3 men.
Yeah, he survived a few. But I guess your DraftKings spot didn't hit because he didn't actually pin 3 people.
Right, no.
But he survived a bunch of people entering the match. He gets like 9 or 10 different entries.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come out. Surprisingly, we had an offline conversation, and when you gave me some of the names, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like 6 men.
Yeah.
5 men.
Yeah, they packed it.
They packed it with some names, too.
And throughout this, I'm not going to get too much in it, because it's a longer match, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's what I said, too. And I'm like, why would they put this in the middle of the card?
Yes.
Card has some good shit at the beginning.
Well, and I guess they're trying to give somebody a moment to go to the bathroom, but then come back for the main part of this match, the end of this match, because it's a nice. I'm not gonna say it's a nice moment. It's a nice moment for some fans.
Yeah.
But we'll get into all the names that come in here. We got Speedball Mike and everybody that comes in.
Right.
You got the guy that is filled with determination and mental toughness. And he's definitely from Canada.
Yeah, Canadian strong.
He's Canadian mentally strong. And if he believes in himself in this gauntlet match, then Mike Bailey, he's gonna make himself a winner.
And hey, Casino Gauntlet DraftKings odds, he might be the favorite. He might be the favorite, the savior of AEW. I guess this is the match where they's like, fuck it, we gonna put some people on the card that really ain't, we don't got no situations for it. Let's just do something. You got the FTR match, you got Young Bucks already out there, you had the Ricochet, Chris Jericho match, you got Darby Allin and Andrade. So I would say they blew all the big shit early. They got the big fireworks out the way.
Yeah.
Now they're like, all right, we're gonna let the kids play with their sparklers and shit. And this is the beginning of that. Cause I'm like, this shit is gonna take some time.
Yeah. Oh, and it did. 100%.
This shit gonna take some time. But this would have been like, for me, like a 0 hour going into the pay-per-view like they did for Revolution with the Blackjack match. But okay, we got Speedball, we got Tomas Ciampa, we knew that. We knew that we got Reese.
We got El Clone coming out.
We got my dog, the new prospect for the Don Callis family to be the heavy hitter.
Yep.
El Clone. El Clone.
We've got back-to-back Death Rider members. So we've got Pac that comes out there, and then Daniel Garcia right behind him.
Pac, my favorite member of the Death Riders.
And I really thought the way that this match was going out, looking at the people that I was like, you know what? They might put the title on Pac.
Why would they be calling my nigga Pac? His name Pac, y'all. And I fuck with him. I like him.
Yes.
Since TNA and everything, I like him, bro. So I was excited just to see him. And I'm like, okay, now, if this was the traditional gauntlet match I was thinking, when he comes in the ring, that's when Ciampa loses. You feel me?
Yes.
So I'm like, hell yeah, now we got another dominator.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So hell yeah, my chips will flip in match betting.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put in another bet. Just Fire, go to Pop.
Yeah.
No.
We get Bowens out there. He's still trying to be recruited by Hook in the ops. So he's still trying to show that he's a killer.
Yeah. Just you're not feeling it. Really.
Let's go back to the scissor. I'm repping the Acclaim today. Go back to the scissor.
He missed the scissor, bro.
I do miss
scissors, bro.
They need
got the shirt on, man. I think honestly, the Acclaim is one of the big reasons why my man's came to Vegas.
Yes, it was.
Get back together, y'all.
Yes.
It's real serious with Burrr over here. It's real serious. He even got the scissors at the house. Like, it's serious.
Massive. Fucking massive. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he hate to see it, man. You hate to see Bowens out here on his own like that.
I do. And he's good on his own. He's a good But I need him. I need the...
Yeah. Without the Acclaim, he kind of just in the middle. He's like, almost like Jobber.
I want you to go back and tell me how Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley did as singles wrestler. You know what I mean? So that's in my eyes. Yes, they can work in the ring, but they're not singles wrestlers. They are a tag team.
Yeah, we talked about that again on the interview with Mike Anthony.
Yep.
There are some wrestlers that's just tag team guys.
Yeah.
And I agree to that too, bro. Like, I think Scott Steiner had a cool career alone. Rick Steiner, he couldn't do it without Scott. So, there's certain people, man, that...
Stevie Ray,
good example.
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys. So, yeah, man, Lucha Bros, Ray Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another one. I can't believe he just fell off. They ain't doing nothing with him right now.
So, it's crazy to see different things happen with different wrestlers in their career. But shout out to Bowens, you a part of it. We already said Mike Speedball up in there. Who else up in there?
So, and that's the thing too. You've got now a couple of teams in this match. Mm-hmm. You've got Kevin Knight and Speedball, and then you've got the Death Riders.
Yeah, you got some Jet Speed. You got some Don Callis.
And you've even got Yuta that comes out. So now you've got 3 Death Riders. So the odds of Pac coming out with this belt are growing.
Right.
At this point.
Right.
You get you get a weird spot at the end of this match. All these guys are doing their spots back and forth. Everybody's getting some shine. But you've got Daniel Garcia, got Speedball in the Dragon Tamer, right in the middle of the ring, right? And I thought your boy was not about to be a winner, because I thought he was about to be a little tap out bitch. I really did. Daniel Garcia goes to lean back to cinch in this fucking move. And out of nowhere, the deadliest splash in AEW history, that UFO splash, comes out of nowhere, and Kevin Knight lands on Daniel Garcia to win the title. They lost their titles. Speedball Mystico and Kevin Knight lost their trios titles on Collision to the Dogs.
They did.
And so that was just to open up the door for Kevin Knight to win a singles title?
I don't know, man. I think that at least the Kevin Knight and Speedball team is a force to be reckoned with right now. I don't know. I don't know where Mystico lands. Well, I mean, yeah, as a trio, I think they done.
No,
maybe as a team, they might be done too. But I think collectively, they're a force to be reckoned with. Right?
Yeah.
They're on fire. So, does this turn into a feud? Because, like, you kind of backdoored me, bro.
Yes.
Backdoored me. But, I mean, you kind of helped me too, bro. So, I mean, you know, I could be like, yeah, I helped you, dog. But, I mean, at the same time, I could be mad, like, bro, I had this man. Even though I was about to die, I could have did something. Could have did something.
I had one.
Yeah, I could have did something and then reversed and won. But your bitch ass UFO'd him, and we'll never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And maybe they do have just a singles match and you know, shake hands and But I think the team is this is the beginning of
what title Speedball going for? Didn't he just go for a title too?
He probably
He's going for something too. Well, I mean, shit, he put his.
Well, he talked about Kenny about going for the world title. Of course, Kenny didn't. Never mind.
Shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. You better go to your rivers and lakes used to. Bullshit. But yeah, we got shout out to Kevin Knight with the most deadliest splash, just like the crucifix pin. 99.99% time you get hit with that shit, you ain't getting up. You getting laid down. And so Kevin Knight wins the gauntlet.
Yep. Wednesday, he's new TNT champion.
We eat a hot dog, we get a beer, we sit back down, and lo and behold, Kevin Knight holding up the title.
Yep.
All right.
But the good thing is we came back with our beer before the aura just radiates from the ring.
Right.
Because we got your girl.
Yeah.
Getting her belt.
Yeah.
It's Thekla.
Nuck if you buck. Girl, Thekla. Easy win, Thekla. Like, I call easy win tonight. No BS. Just win, Thekla. Just go out there and win.
And winning our predictions, out of Boss had absolutely nothing to say other than the name Thekla. You go back and look.
Thekla.
It didn't matter. He knew his girl was coming out on top on this match. I mean, they have a good back and forth. The whole story of the match and the commentators go back to it repeatedly is the fact that Jamie Hayter is powerful, right? She's strong. She got big arms. She's powerful. And she's a part of the Brawling Birds.
Yeah, the undefeated Brawling Birds.
But Thekla has strong legs. And so when she does her kicks, when she does her punches, she just gets so much torque from her legs.
Right. They gotta sell shit.
Yeah, so that's what we get.
Thekla, man, I didn't expect Thekla to lose at all.
Yeah, no, and we kind of see now, especially with this match being kind of thrown together, the last minute, you know, Thekla's somebody that needs now she don't need a feud. She thrives in a feud.
Yeah.
When you have some good back and forth going with her, when you've got them talking smack, she thrives in that environment. And so with that, yes, this was a good match, but it didn't have that, oh, well, it could be anybody that does it. You know, it could be either Thekla or Jamie Hayter. We know how this was going to go.
Hell no. First of all, your name Jamie Hayter, and I hate a hater. Jamie, you feel me? And then secondly, you in the Brawling Birds, and I can't stand the damn bird-ass Brawling Bird, nagging and brawling. But, I mean, the only thing you have going on your side is the fact that, yeah, your tag team is undefeated, so you strong right now. Like, she's strong. Like, if you was to win, it would have been a little shocker, but it wouldn't have been, like, the most shockingest of the shockers of shockers in the AEW world, you know? So.
Right.
But, yeah, Thekla needed a little something to do.
Yeah, well, she maybe this feud isn't over the way it ends. Because Jamie Hayter goes for a haterade. She misses, and Thekla rolls her up and does the bridge pin. But as she's getting the count, she grabs that bottom rope and she holds herself down using the leverage to get the win, rolls out the ring. So Thekla does get the win. Alex Windsor comes out later or right after this and is telling the ref, hey, this is BS. She used this. But it don't matter. Ref's discretion, ref's final decision.
Don't matter.
Tekla's the winner.
Got rolled up like a blunt.
So maybe we see brawling birds and the triangle going at it. You've got, maybe that's where we're going with this, kind of a 3-on-2 type of thing. We'll see. But I'm intrigued with that. They're really trying to do something with this women's division because Toni Storm being hurt hurts this women's division. Neil coming back really helps.
Toni Storm being hurts.
It does. It does.
Her being hurting a lot of shit. Huh? You're right.
I mean, she's the top, and I don't know why we stopped using Britt Baker. Britt Baker was good. Britt Baker's character was great. She started doing dental stuff, I guess, instead of coming to work. There's some beef backstage. I don't know what the deal is, but Britt Baker was a top women's, wrestler for a good while and then just stopped being on TV. I don't know if it was injury related. I don't know, like I said, if there was like a financial feud. They've been talking about her leaving AEW because I think she's still on the books. She just ain't been on TV in a couple of years. And so...
Couple of years?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
She won the AEW original.
She is. She is. And, I thought maybe Chris Statlander has taken the spot of Britt Baker as the OG of AEW. She has taken that spot.
Yeah, because old girl ain't there. Kyle Rose ain't there.
Yeah. So, I don't know why we're not using Britt Baker. I'm hoping she comes back at some point. I hope she's okay, whether it be physical health, whether it be mental health, whether it be financial health. I hope she's okay with all this, and that's the reason why, whatever she may be going through, I'm hoping it's fine. But that would help inject life in this women's division. But they do bring Camille in. They've got Thekla running wild. You've got the Brawling Birds getting a push. You've got the Divine Dominion. I thought maybe the Brawling Birds and the Divine Dominion were going to be where we were going at some point, and maybe they shifted gears.
That might be still where we're going because of the numbers, but who knows? It's a better situation with them in the triangle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's probably where they probably gonna go. But if we're doing tag teamery and just different things, you want to build up the rankings and stuff, I think we go Brawling Birds and then Divine Dominion first. But who knows? Like you said, it's shaky in the women's division right now.
Yeah.
But as we done talked about it, bro, it's some women in there to kind of hold it together, though.
Sure, for sure.
And I've been watching the history of AEW, and it's been a lot better than it was.
Yes.
So the competition is there, the women are there, so it ain't in a dire situation.
That's bringing in. For sure. Them bringing in Toni Storm. They bringing in Thunder Rosa. Them bringing
my girl.
in Camille.
Thunder Rosa, my girl, man. I like her too.
Yeah, bringing in Thekla. Like, they have done what they could to build this. Bringing in Mercedes Moné.
I was going to say.
That's another one.
I was going to
say. They definitely worked on this women's division because in the early days, it wasn't it. You have, and no disrespect, but you had Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong, running the division at one point. You had Chris Statlander that was there. She's a day one.
Yeah.
But it's just
Japanese girls.
Yes, yeah. And that's what they brought Hikaru Shida back. I think that they're trying to inject something into the women's division by bringing her back.
They gotta do that, man. If they care about the women's division and they want to keep that part of the promotion hot, then they gotta keep trying shit, gotta keep doing shit, especially injuries and stuff be happening. I think Thekla is gonna be the new face of the women's,
She is right now.
I think she'll be the big star.
And she kind of came out of nowhere to me. Not that I hadn't really followed Tekla's work before she came to AEW.
Either.
We've got so many different wrestling promotions all over the United States that are growing young talent. Mike Anthony, another true plug, talked about how there's so many great young wrestlers coming into the business. And with you've got, Raw Mondays, you've got NXT on Tuesdays, you got Dynamite on Wednesdays, you got TNA on Thursdays, you got SmackDown on Friday, you got Collision on Saturday. there is so much wrestling that we just have to consume on a weekly basis on the main shows to be able to follow everything that happens in all the others. You're good about watching you some good AAA. You're watching some CMLL.
Yeah, that's major. That's like major underground. Like that ain't underground indie. That's sponsored by WWE.
Right. But I mean,
And before that shit was big. That's like the big hot shit. So I ain't even going too deep when I go into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still a part of the main.
Yes. And so even to follow all this stuff, and then you've got other indie stuff. And TB2 tries to do really good. We've been watching some Memphis wrestling.
Yeah.
We've been watching some GCW. You know, we've had people on both of those promotions on the pod.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some more coming. We're
Like indie wrestling.
So yeah, but it's hard to keep track of everybody.
It is.
And so when they introduce this character as the toxic spider Thekla, and they spell Thekla with a TH, and your boy already kind of dyslexic, so I'm sitting here pronouncing it as Thekla the entire time. But when they say it on TV, I hear Thekla, but it clearly says Thekla. So,
what they doing?
Yeah, confusing me. Yeah, messing with my brain cells. So,
hey, I just know wrestling. I can't read, motherfucker. Y'all thought I could read? Y'all thought I could read? I know how to watch wrestling. I can't read, motherfucker. What? You want me to read and try to pronounce it? Where is Thekla from? Is this Russian, Ukrainian shit? I'm a American.
Yes.
Nah, when she bust on the scene, I was like, okay, here we go. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because Tony Storm was there.
Yes.
And then, you know, I had Mercedes Monet there. Just different shit like that. But since this podcast started, you gave her the props and you called it early. Like she had that aura and she been on the up trajectory and she cold, bro.
Yes.
She's a cold wrestler, bro, and we gotta give the props where it's due.
100%.
I never ever want to like short the women because I love the women's wrestling in all divisions, but sometimes, you know, some women are better than others.
Yes.
And she is one of the ones that I fucking feel like is keeping the women's division hot over there. Because like I said, Mercedes Monet nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Tony Storm hurt.
Yes.
Marina Shafir getting buried.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They've got a lot
Randy
of women.
Rose is at WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like everybody is. So yeah, shout out to her.
She came out of nowhere in my eyes, and they pushed her to the moon. They seen something. You could definitely tell part of that aura. We've talked about it plenty of times on the show. She's got that charisma. She's got that character. When she says something, I believe it because I know she thinks she believes what she's saying.
How you think the IWC received her?
For the most part, I think they probably receive her as good.
All right, good.
I'm gonna say for the most part. I know she does get some hate a couple of times for her promos maybe coming across as like she had been drinking on the job. I have seen some stuff on
Toxic Spider, intoxicated. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
So there has been some talk on that. Now, if it's just the way she delivered it,
that's the character.
You know,
that's how she talked, y'all.
But other than that, I think for the most part, she's getting some props that she definitely deserves.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
because she get all the props from me, bro. I like her. Easy call. She wins the match. Shout out to Thekla. The first loss from the Brawling Birds was not technically the Brawling Birds, but Jamie Hayter lost.
Yeah.
Your homegirl won in the pre-show, and you lost in the main show.
Yep. R.I.P. to that one industry. They're still undefeated as a tag team.
Yeah, it's still going.
But
it's still going.
But R.I.P. to that streak. We get a pretty physical match up next, and we knew it would be.
Yeah, we did.
We knew what was going to be attacked because they've been telling this story. But you got Death Rider leader Jon Moxley going against United Empire leader Will Ospreay.
Yo, what's up with Will Ospreay hair in this shit? What's up with that hairdo, man? This nigga looking like Sheamus, the Lucky Charm man, the big boy, hamburger owner. He looking like 5 different people in one with this damn hair, man. Will Ospreay, you MFer.
Well, you were caught off guard by the hair. I was caught off guard by this match starting with 2 hidden blades. As soon as the bell rings. Yeah, he peacocking around the ring, bro.
Peacocking.
Yeah.
That's what we calling it.
Yeah, of course.
He was
dropping his feathers.
He was peacocking. You should have jumped on that man and pinned him.
You should have.
Instead of peacocking, you want your neck to be disconnected from your body. Oh my goodness. You already coming out there with 50 strands of tape on your shit.
Yes. Yeah, target right here. Attack this. That's what I never understood either.
That's like numbness. Hurry up and numb my shit. Please numb my shit. Get in there. Get seat through the skin and hurry through my muscles. Cause fuck, this nigga about to drop me on my shit. Yo, he had to come out hitting blade.
Yes. And, I mean, honestly, for him to have a chance of that, and that's the thing. This was a 20-minute time limit match.
Thank God.
And it was a
thank God. Cause they would have went 40.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God. Thank God.
But it was a hot 20 minutes. I mean, they never shit out of each other through this match.
Yeah.
You get some spots outside the ring. You get Moxley going for a paradigm shift. Or actually, what happens is they set the stairs up, and Ospreay puts Moxley's head and neck on the corner of the stairs. It goes against the post, like he's about to guillotine, fucking kick his head just off his body.
Mm-hmm.
He goes for a kick, he misses, and this is the first big shot on Will Ospreay's neck because he hits a paradigm shift outside the ring on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where it begins. And we knew he was going to get dropped on his head and neck. We knew that Ospreay was going to attack that neck because that's all they fucking talked about. We knew it was coming.
What Wu-Tang say? Protect your neck?
Yes. And
what Wu-Tang say? Protect your neck?
Yeah, and he didn't. He really did. He was getting his neck fucking exposed during this match.
Yo, Ospreay, you ain't listening to Wu-Tang. That's where you.
Yes. I mean, he's going for like sleeper suplexes and shit. He does almost an avalanche sleeper suplex, but Ospreay lands on his feet because he's a fucking
cat.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sure. For sure.
I don't know how he does this shit. I don't know how he's so flexible, bro, and he's so agile. And yeah, the way he contours his body is just, it's not human.
Yes. He's one of the best at what he does.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
He definitely has to be like a stunt man and different. Yeah, that motherfucker Will Ospreay.
They also have this spot where Moxley hits a paradigm shift in the ring. As Will Ospreay is selling, he comes, swings around with that hidden blow.
Yeah. Why they on the ground?
Yeah, just swipes at him and hits it, and they're both out. But that was a good spot because he done out of nowhere. I don't know how you get that much torque on your body as you're falling to the ground.
Yeah.
But he does it.
I didn't like how John Moxley stuck his tongue out, though. Nigga, you should have kept your tongue in. See, this when y'all start getting the peacocking and shit, and you ain't prepared for what's about to happen to you. Will Ospreay, you was peacocking and you had to suffer. And John Moxley, paradigm on the motherfucking, you start peacocking and then you get hit. And no one seen that coming.
Yeah. No, it was out of nowhere.
And I was like, what's up with this man, Will Ospreay? Like, what is he made out of? What kind of exercise does he do to be able to do this stuff? You know?
Yes.
It doesn't even look possible.
Probably something simple like One Punch Man. He does push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
Yeah.
And calls it a day.
Definitely.
Because he's crazy athletic.
Yeah, he is. He's so flexible and agile, and the way he did that hidden blade from that move, it was crazy, bro.
It shows that he may have a stinger. He may have something going on with it.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because he's got some shoulder stuff going on. He's kind of selling that neck, and he's being, targeted on that neck. Wouldn't be a surprise. I mean,
right.
Those are no joke. I had a couple of those when I played football. They're no joke.
Right.
Which kind of brings it to later on. They're outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And Moxley ends up hitting Ospreay on the steps, a pile driver on the steps.
Yeah.
And so he hits him with that pile driver. He's down.
Mm-hmm.
He's already had a stinger. Doc Sampson's checking on him. Hey, man, are you good?
Right.
Like, can you do this? And I didn't like that we've already gone to. He just came back, and I guess maybe that's why you have to go to this. But we already are going to that. Well, can you continue because your neck is bad?
Right.
Do I need to go ahead and throw the match because your neck is bad? Because he shouldn't be able to continue. This is Michael. I don't like doing that already. He just got back, and maybe that's why, because it's fresh, and the longer he wrestles, I guess the stronger his neck is going to be. So let's get this out of the way now. Doc Sampson, he ends up telling Doc Sampson, yeah, I'm fine. Just as soon as he gets back into the ring, actually, it's a stomp. Moxley hits 2 paradigm shifts. Ospreay's still able to kick out of that. He picks him up and hits a Death Rider, and that's all she wrote. We thought that he was going to be, and right now, I don't know, 5 paradigm shifts and a Death Rider. We said something along the lines of him getting hit with this 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
So, didn't call the pile driver on the steps.
We know that. We know Moxley good for a good pile driver outside the ring.
Yeah. So, the story was Moxley, or Ospreay's neck, Moxley attacking it. Moxley goes over and gets the win here. Yeah, this is one that we also both got wrong. Because
and I was one to cheer. And at first I said Moxley was gonna win too. I said he was gonna win. I knew it. I should have knew it, man. I should have stuck to my guns. But I just thought Will Ospreay just had a little bit more in the tank. But maybe this shit is real. It's hard. It's hard for me to tell what's real and what's fake with this situation.
I mean,
and that's good, and that's spicy.
That's so
Yeah, that's spicy.
That's not it, Vince Russo.
Me like you.
Gotta.
Yeah, I don't know, cause we don't know if this dude hurt or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if he hurt or not. Me like you.
Keeps you invested. It keeps you on his side, to be honest.
Me like you.
Thinking of things.
You giving him a reason if he want to slack off too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, my neck bothering me, dog. I can't do this.
It's cool, man. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Got a lot actually.
We talked about the dogs taking the trio stuff. And they got this feud going on with Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
And they say that they got somebody that's going to come join them and team against the dogs.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure how I felt about this. It wasn't Sting. It wasn't Sting. So the way this entrance starts out, it's almost like you've got a set from the Friends where it's a couch and Orange Cassidy is sleeping on the couch and there's a random door there and Cassie's sleeping. He's playing it off. Roddy's doing the whole Orange. He says, I'm out. Give me 5 minutes. You know, it's like a sitcom feel.
Right.
And at the door, knocking at the door, returning to the conglomeration.
R-Truth.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm tired of the conglomeration. When can we break them the fuck up? When can we break them apart, bro?
No time soon.
Was it Sting, dog? So you telling me it wasn't Sting?
What Sting? No, what?
It wasn't Steve Mongo McMichaels?
It wasn't him either. No, it wasn't R-Truth. No.
Damn.
One Psychosis, one Vampiro.
It wasn't Psychosis?
It wasn't, no.
Oh, man.
No, he was on your bingo card, but it wasn't him.
All of the names are named. It's on my bingo card.
Yeah, well, it wasn't him.
Oh. Well, I'm like, yo, who y'all gonna get then? Y'all gotta get Thanos or somebody to beat the dogs, because the dogs gonna kill y'all.
Well, and that's what screws the dogs. I don't know how they were planning on booking this match. I don't know how this was supposed to be laid out.
What you mean? I told you the dogs gonna dog them the fuck out. What do you mean? What you mean?
Okay, first of all, they come out.
Talk to me.
They start humping the couch. Connor's just humping his belt on the couch. They destroying the door. They being dogs, you know. They being dogs.
I like that.
And even in the beginning of this match, it kind of breaks down pretty quickly between being a traditional tag match. I mean, everybody's fighting fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Didn't you say it was a tornado match? No. That was on Collision.
Yeah.
They do that hot shit on Collision. Shit, Dynamite. Yeah. Like, pay-per-view is regular. Okay, yeah. Just go out there.
In this match, Gabe Kidd injures his shoulder.
Yeah.
Dislocates it or something. I can't place where the spot is that it happened. I'm sure somebody online will post to someone knowing the exact moment. But that ends up making this match basically a 3-on-2 match. Right. I mean, Gabe Kidd's in there going out, and then he just disappears.
Yeah, because he got hurt for real.
Yeah.
And they've been going hard lately, too, these last couple of weeks. Yeah. They've been in a lot of matches. You know, I don't know. You know, these guys have wear and tear on their body. Like, imagine wrestling, like, 3 times in 1 week.
Right.
And then, like, you have to travel, sleep on the airplane, like, he probably sore and all type of shit. He getting in casket matches. He getting thrown around, like.
Yeah.
And I think he had already got hurt. Not in the casket match, but, like, the match before that, when it was just him and Darby Allin, I think he got hurt in that match.
Yeah, and he probably did. I mean, he's a stiff, strong style type of guy.
He got hurt in that match against Darby Allin, bro, when it was outside the ring.
Yeah. So once that happens, I don't know if there was if the titles are supposed to go this way. originally,
No.
or if because of that injury,
They had to make a call.
they made a change.
Which that's crazy because they just got the belts.
Just got him. It was like less than 24 hours, 48 hours. It was like something because they just got him on Collision and then defending them at Sunday on Dynamite to end up losing these titles to the conglomeration. I think there was a comment.
Gabe got hurt though, right?
Yes, that's what I'm assuming is because Gabe got hurt. They had to make a call.
But who we got in the dogs? Dave Finley?
Yep, Dave Finley and Clark Connors.
Right. You don't think they can't hold it down?
It's trios. If he's out for a minute, they're gonna have to drop him to another trio at some point.
Mike Bailey, you gotta open it. Mike Bailey, if you want me to like you, come to the dog.
Yeah, be a dog.
Yeah,
Be a dog.
you gotta open and slide if that's what it is. Because I guess Dave Finley ain't good enough to beat two people at once. The one that could beat two people at once is Gabe.
Yeah.
Yo, where Brian Cage at? Is he in trouble or something? Am I tripping?
No, he got hurt.
Somebody call Brian Cage buff ass out and tell him he could be in the dogs, man.
I mean, yeah.
I want to see Brian Cage in the. So, am I tripping right now, y'all? Call Brian Cage. Where you at, dog? Call Brian Cage. Get him in the dogs so he could dominate with these boys so he get the titles back. I mean, maybe, like you said, maybe it was a hot shot call where they had to make an adjustment, man, because, I mean, how else would you have ended the match, I guess?
And even if they did win the match, if Gabe Kidd is hurt, it's inevitable that they're going to drop the title.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
So the conglomerate, so what you telling me, bro, is the conglomerate is a transitional champion for Speedball
Yep.
and Kevin Knight.
Yep.
Physical to get the belts back.
Yep.
Damn, they coming.
Probably.
That is all.
Kevin Knight going to be a double champion.
Speedball too, somehow, somewhere.
Double champ.
It's coming. What we don't want to happen is coming.
It's because of that mental toughness.
Mental toughness beats physical toughness sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's what makes you a winner. Well, I can't wait. We better run into him. I can't wait. I can't wait.
What we got next, man? We running long on this one. But it's all good.
We got the main event. And if you're still here for the main event, go ahead and shoot us a like, shoot us a subscribe. This episode is brought to you by Rockstar Fruit Punch, not a sponsor, but this is the only energy drink that I mess with. And being here, traveling, time changing, getting used to things, going to bed late, waking up early, your boy need a kickstart, and he gets it from his Rockstar. But we got our main event.
That was a hell of a promo.
Thanks. We got our main event. And I thought I'd be interested to switch things up a little bit on this main event.
Okay.
We've got a big match. This is a match that should be one for the ages. Kenny Omega, the wrestling god.
That's what they call him sometimes.
Challenging for the world title against the wrestling devil, MJF.
That's what they call him sometimes. Call himself that.
Yeah, exactly.
Call himself that.
I thought that it'd be fun if the boss and the Burrr, being that we on the same level right now, we in Las Vegas together, TB2.
Yep.
That'd be fun if we went ahead and just watched that match again.
Man. Y'all want the boss and the Burrr on color commentary?
That'd be fun if we sat there and we got our live reactions to this match. We get our commentary throughout this match. And show a little taste of how Boss and the Burrr absorb their wrestling content as it goes through the match.
Hey man, it's WrestleMania week, special week in wrestling. It's like the Super Bowl for the IWC, so I think we should flood them with content, bro.
Oh, they did.
I think they should get a lot of content. I think we should do it, bro. It's a gift. It's a blessing for us to be together under the same roof, the same city.
Yes.
Wrestling week. We're going to observe all the wrestling energy, man, and put out good wrestling energy. So y'all stay tuned, like, share, subscribe. We got watch-alongs. We told y'all we would do it, man. Burr's a man of his word, man. Boss man of his word, man. We tell y'all we're going to give y'all certain things. We done gave it to y'all. So here we go. Y'all stay tuned. Dynasty recap coming soon, part 2. Shout out to AEW. So far, do you want to give we don't get a pay-per-view rating right now. We got to do the final match.
Yeah, we got.
But so far, this is a solid card.
Yeah,
solid card. I've liked everything. We've had our little spots and moments where but for the most part, this is a good show. Once again, they're starting off 2026 pretty damn good. AEW.
Yes.
It's the boss. It's the Burrr. We live in Canada for this one.
Yes, we live in Canada. We live in Las Vegas. Y'all. click over to the other video where we do our commentary. We absorb this match, Kenny Omega versus MJF. Follow the page. We've got more content coming. Go to the TikTok at TB2 Podcast. You're going to see a bunch of clips from Vegas. So y'all stay tuned. And until next time, in our review, we out.